Sand's pretty bad. Okay. Blue, this can get Abzan. I'm gonna keep this, put back Footfalls. I guess I need to get a red source. So I think I'm gonna get Ketria Triome. Or Teamer Triome with this. Like Cannister's Belcher list a lot. I think Belcher is a lot worse than Oops because Belcher loses the Force of Negation and Oops doesn't. That's kind of why I like Oops more. It's the right one, right? Ketria. What you got? Wasn't expecting to see that in a Yorion deck. Well, you don't know me that well. Because I would never fucking play your 4-color Yorion. That's my opponent said that. Not a true Doomwake fan. They know I would never play 4-color Yorion. How has the deck and Binding felt so far? I mean, the deck has felt really good. Binding's been awesome. I think we've been kind of running pretty badly. Like, last match, we, like, missed a bunch of land drops. The match before, I don't know, just, like, kind of hitting the wrong side of variance, but it's felt pretty good so far. Discard Asmo, play Asmo. So if I draw a land, I'm just going to Fury this and play a Shardless Agent. I probably won't draw a land given how today's been going, but surely won't draw a land here. No shot I'm drawing a land here. Told ya! Alright, you can go. He was on Relay, Empty, Rituals, and Belcher. Storm was a good plan B. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I just feel like I'd rather just play Oops. Because you don't need a plan B with Oops. You just don't give a shit about that card, you know? So, like, I'd rather just ignore Force of Negation entirely than try to have a plan B against it. If that makes sense. Yeah, it looks like they're probably playing the Time Civ deck. I think I'm just gonna, like, bounce a food end of turn. I don't really want to bounce anything else. I guess I could bounce Cookbook in hopes to draw a Force of Negation to counter the Cookbook. Unearth the Manufactor. If I bounce the Cookbook, that doesn't do anything because they can replay it. Well, that's kind of bad. Hopefully they make a food main phase and get greedy. They probably won't, but... yeah. This is bad. This is bad, this is bad, this is bad. They even have the Time Civ in the graveyard, which means we're probably just dead. I guess I have to kill the Emery, right? Because they have the Time Civ. So I have to, like, bounce this, they make a token, that I can kill the Emery. How many aircrafts do we own? Dude, that was so much fun. I had so much fun doing that. If y'all haven't checked out that video yet, !YouTube, go check out the video that I uploaded today. Yeah, pitch outburst. I can't draw a third land to save my life. And I had an ice too. Like, I kept 2 land ice. And I still missed my third land drop. It's like the same thing that happened last round. Ah! I just can't catch a break today. Some days you're just not meant to win. I have Saga 2, lovely. Sure. They should have pitched Omnath. Don't really think it matters, because now I can't beat the Saga. Punch deck is sick. I mean, yeah, but they would have lost if I just drew a third land. Like, I don't disagree with you. Their deck is sweet, but I'm also just mana screwed, so. Of course. I guess I could draw, like, back-to-back bounce spells. It's probably not going to matter, but... Return. They tap Swamp before casting Manufactor. Yeah. They just have, like, food to kill the Rhinos, too. We can't possibly win this game. It's too far gone. Very unfortunate, you know, couple matches here. I think all these decks that we're, like, losing to are good matchups, but just getting so unlucky. Sure. Yeah. You win. You win. You win. Will Doomway catch a break in round game number 2? Stay tuned to find out. I don't think Dispute's very good against them. I don't hate Endurance. Not a big fan of Fury. I like Borrower because it bounces constructs. I like Teferi for the same reason. Maybe like 2 Endurances, call it a day. This looks fun. Will I ever draw a 3rd land this game? The answer is probably no. I should do that as a prediction. New prediction, will Doomwake draw a 3rd land this game? Yeah, hold the 3 lands. One thing I noticed when the Goldfish YoRhinos for the BGR SKU is keeping 2 lander never worked for some reason. I mean, statistically speaking, it should. The ratios are no different than 60 cards, 24 lands. The ratios are the exact same, so it's like, the math tells you that you shouldn't have mana problems, but I just, for some reason, always do. Alright, keep. I have Force Cascade spell. Just like blowing control with Leyline and BTL Valky and Pio could be good. BTL Valky. I mean, isn't that just Niv? YouTube should give Twitch points for views. They really should. Yeah, you got it. It's fine. I think I'm going to get Jeskai Triome. Because then, if I draw Leyline Binding, I can just fetch Indatha Triome and then cast Binding. Okay. It's not a bad draw. Your turn. You post a skeleton for Kinnan Pio. Let's see. Misstep once Kinnan Narset. Why do you want Narset? Oko. Oh, because Narset Pio. Yeah, I guess that's fair. Emery Goose Bobble. I'm not gonna Endurance them yet, I think. I think that's kind of a spew. I'd rather cast Force than Endurance this game. Kind of interesting. I like a lot of those cards. Tried to do a prediction, but apparently how many lands this game violates the prediction guidelines. Ledger Shredder. Okay. Just debating on casting Force of Vigor on these 2. I feel like that's not great. I think I'd much rather wait for a Saga or something. So let's just get Indatha Triome. And then we can get a basic Forest. Play Ardent Plea. I know they get the trigger Shredder, but... Okay, I guess it's better to play Shardless Agent. Actually, I don't think it is. I think it's better to play Plea. Because I kind of might want to keep the green card for Force. And the 2/2 gets Brickwall by the Shredder anyways. I guess I could Teferi bounce the Shredder next turn, which is maybe better to play Shardless Agent. Because I can just pitch the Endurance either way, it's fine. Alright, trigger Shredder, whatever, that's fine. Forgot potentially having Teferi. Oh, in the Kinnan deck? Splash for Teferi. It's probably not a bad idea. Still don't think I'm casting Endurance. Weren't they supposed to make a food before discarding the Daredevil? Yeah, they fucked up. They just missed a free food there. I was able to run a prediction with that name just now. They have Prismatic Ending? That's totally fine. I don't care about that. A-okay with that. Kind of surprised that people bring in Prismatic Ending against Rhinos. I don't think it's very good. That too, yeah. So if I Endurance them now, I mean, I guess it's just better to let the cookbook resolve and then Force of Vigor the 2 cookbooks with the Daredevil trigger on the stack. I think it's better to do it that way, and then I can just bounce the Shredder. So doing it now means if they want more food, they have to discard real cards, because these are in the graveyard right now. They have to make a decision. And then I can just bounce the Shredder. I guess they only have to discard 1 real card, but still fine. Multiple marches, yeah, I'm totally fine with that. I drew lands this game! Woo! Chat, I drew lands this game. Let's go. I guess now they could play Asmo. Which would be kind of awkward. So if they don't have it. They do not have it, which is good. I will cast Teferi the Fun Raveler. I will return Ledger Shredder to your hand. Drew Boseiju, which is not too bad. Not too bad. Didn't I have 4 lands in opener? I did, yeah. Yeah, I kept 4 lands, Shardless Force Endurance. Or no, Plea Force Endurance. Oh yeah, Kurt Bros. Whenever you wanna trade me, just send the trade invite. I just gotta put it in the binder. Emre. Kurt Bros lent me a binding. I bought 4 more anyways because I figured you're gonna be on at some point. But Emery Pass, Giga Chad plus. Do I just bounce the Emery? I think I do. I can bounce the Emery and cast Plea. Sack of food, go to 14, take 6, go to 8. Yeah, I'm going to bounce the Emery. I just don't want them casting Cookbook. I think they might have an Asmo stranded in their hand. So I'm just going to main phase this. I guess this is bad if they have explosives, but... yeah, the Triomes go nicely with the new basics. Rage, no explosives. Okay. That's fine. They simply just won't draw the explosives. Sup. Fetch for a basic, crack a food, go to 10. Dead on board? Dead on board. Do it after the match. Yeah, whenever you want to. Alright, game 3. Game 3! I do kind of agree with Cutting Fury. I think it's just not that good. Their creatures, their creatures are weird sizing for Fury, because they have Shredder that's a 1/3, Shredder has 3 toughness, Asmo has 3 toughness, Emery has 2 toughness. So if they have either of their 3 toughness creatures and an Emery, you can never get 2 creatures with a Fury. So I just think that I'd rather draw Solitude Binding, because those are a little bit better, because they can kill bigger creatures too than Fury can. They can Shredder can outsize a Fury pretty quickly. So outside Dorion. Alright, 4 lands. It's kind of 3.5 lands. Ice, Outburst, Borrower. Not the ideal interaction. I'd rather have a Force of Vigor or something, but I'm definitely going to keep this hand. This hand is obviously a keep. Thoughtseize. Hope they take Outburst. I imagine they take Outburst. Took Fire Ice. So they either have an answer or another discard spell. Not the card that I was looking for. Borrower Beatdown. Probably an Asmo. Seems like an Asmo. Get Indatha Triome and then have all 5 colors here. Another cookbook. Guess the good news... Stop! The good news is they don't have the Daredevil. So they're a little bit limited on their food generation. Honestly, I think the play might have just been bounce the food token main phase. I was thinking about bouncing the Asmo into turn, but it might have just been better to bounce the food. Okay, that's fine. Could I maybe bounce the food in response? I mean, as long as they don't find Daredevil, this is not that bad for us. I'm gonna bounce the food here. I guess bouncing Asmo means that they would need to discard another real card. Borrower Tron, yeah. Interesting. I don't think that's better than casting Outburst, but I'm not going to main phase the Outburst. They probably have Flusterstorm, and they're choked on mana, so I want them to spend mana on their turn. See them to not find the Daredevil, please. Please do not draw Oval Chase Daredevil. Yeah, this song's really good. Aether Spellbomb. Okay. If they attack, they have Flusterstorm. It's so good for me. That means they do not have Flusterstorm. I mean, they can answer both YoRhinos, but they have to discard 2 cards, which is good for me. Then I can maybe like knight one of the cookbooks next turn if I don't find another Cascade spell. Can maybe rip an Omnath to play. They're also at 12, so it's a really good one. Certainly attacking. They're likely going to bounce and go to 8. So I assume what's going to happen. And then we black mana. Okay. Interesting. I guess they were just hoping to high roll. I guess they were hoping to high roll a Daredevil, which they obviously didn't do. Should I play around explosives? I think they were trying to high roll a Daredevil, which kind of makes sense, right? They're pretty far behind. I think I'm just gonna chill. I'm also considering not playing my land, but I do have a lot of 3s, and if the game goes long, I might want to double 3-drop at some point, so I think I'll just pass and hold a Borrower. Run out Knight for explosives. Well, this puts more power into play, which I guess, like, it's kind of close. Knighting a cookbook is not too bad, especially if they, like... Actually, knighting a cookbook might have been better, because they obviously didn't have the Daredevil that turn, and knighting a cookbook is a little bit better if they draw Daredevil, because they're probably not going to make a food end of turn. So. Oh. Well, I can just do this now, right? Yeah, I can just do this now. This is way better. Because they don't have a land, they can't pop the food. Shit, okay. I was gonna say, please tell me I turned off auto yields. Do I bounce the Asmo now? So if I bounce the Asmo, they've already played their land. Asmo gets bounced. This resolves. Yeah, that's fine, right? I think bouncing the Asmo is fine. Because they're still going to lose a food either way. Yeah, this is fine. And they can't explosives me because they already played a land. They can't crack food. They can't explosives me. Yeah, Borrower-Tron for the win, huh? Borrower-Tron for the win. What's the reasoning behind adding Knight to the sideboard? I mean, the burn matchup has always been, like, one of your weaker matchups. And it's kind of awkward. Like, I chose not to play... So usually against burn, before, you would cut the Rhinos and add Core Firewalker. I chose not to do that. So I wanted something else for burn. It's good against Saga. There's a lot of enchantments, especially with the presence of Leyline Binding now existing. I guess they're more likely to Leyline Binding a Rhino, but if they ever Leyline Binding into Fairy, and you just get to go Knight of Autumn, kill your Leyline Binding, get back to Fairy, it's kind of gross. Alright, I'm going to keep, and I know for a fact I'm not going to draw my third land, because if you've been watching the stream all day, you know exactly what's going to happen. Thoughts on the Negotian Pioneer Delirium? I don't like that card that much. Just realized NBLM Saga can get top. Oh yeah. Snoko Saga. Yeah, but Snoko's boring as shit. I want to play that deck. Binding replaces Brazen, not Dead Gone. Do you want to play that much 1-mana interaction, though? I guess Binding is not really a 1-mana interaction because you can't cast it on turn 1. So I guess you're thinking you can go, like, turn 1, fetch Sacred Foundry. Yeah, turn 1, fetch Sacred Foundry, play Dead Gone. Turn 2, fetch Breeding Pool, play Binding. I guess that's fair. Binding has been sick for me. I haven't drawn it that much, but it's been awesome every time I've drawn it. I think the card's really good. I think not playing it in Rhinos is, like, kind of crazy. Also allows for sideboard Gahira in 60. What do you mean? What are we playing Gahira in? Think we have some immunity for a few months? Knock on wood? Cut Borrower and Shardless. You can't cut Shardless, though. Sure, you can cut Borrower, but you just can't cut Shardless. It's just, you can't do that. I mean, I guess you could play Outburst, Ardent Plea as your 2 Cascade spells. I feel like I remember trying that before and not liking it. Is a 3-2 start cutting for top 8 potentially? Probably not. My breakers are too bad. Oh, the music is way too loud. I didn't even think about that. You guys haven't said anything the whole time. I never turned down the volume when we stopped doing the coverage. God, Cat Jam Jam is such a good emote. I'm glad I found that. I tried to enable Joel today, but apparently it didn't work. Spirebluff Canal. My friends are degenerate. Okay, I think what I want to do is play Tarn and pass. If they just go land pass, I'll go end step tap a land to shut them off counterspell. But if they dash Ragavan, I could just, like, almost win the game on the spot, so. I won't upkeep tap is what I'm saying. I do kind of want to cycle this to find a third land, but obviously if they dash Ragavan, then I can't pass that up, you know? Like, I also might just get an island. I'll take too much damage. Shredder. Kind of awkward. I think this is really awkward. Maybe I'm supposed to just cast Fire and hope to spike a land. Guess I got a little punished for not casting Ice Upkeep. I really just want to pay 2 mana to draw a card. Seems so bad. I'm just going to Fire and try to spike a land, I think. This might be a little greedy, but... Think Twice used to be a Modern staple, I know. See? Always had it. Always had it the whole time. Is it more important to get white mana? Scouter, thank you for the raid, buddy. White mana or double blue for Force? I mean, I can Force on their turn. I'm going to get the second blue. Because I can't get Hallowed Fountain with this. I would love to get Hallowed Fountain, but I can't. Actually, no. I think it's more important to get white mana. Yeah. You do get the draw card, which is annoying, but whatever. It's fine. Whatever. But yeah, just having the white source for binding is too important, I think. Because binding is probably my best draw. I've never felt bad casting a Think Twice, not even once. What about Think Twice without flashback? What do you think about that? Oh, I don't have a blue card to pitch to Force. Maybe I was supposed to play Outburst there? Just like main phase Outburst. And then if they cast this, I could have just went Force pitch Shardless. Might have been a little better. I forgot I didn't have a blue card. Let's just think. Think once. So they're probably not attacking. Although, if they block... There's no fucking way they don't block, right? They didn't attack. See ya. Oh, wait. Oh, shit. They get to discard a spell. This is bad, right? Right, they can just discard a spell. What am I doing? This is horrible. Because they just make this a 4/6. I mean... Maybe I'm not supposed to attack there? I don't know. Is there any world I'm not supposed to attack? Maybe. It seems crazy to not attack, but... Could have said no. Yeah, but then I don't get more rhinos. I guess that I could just get rhinos the next turn? Yeah... That's fine. Just like say no, kill the Shredder, get rhinos next turn. Possibly. Okay. This is really bad. Lose a rhino, get 2, I say no. Yeah, but I killed the Shredder that way. That's the important part. Like, now I'm in a terrible spot. I guess I'm not in that bad of a spot, because I have rhinos. They're going to get to Shredder here. Oh boy, that was a good draw step. Okay, let's attack first. They're almost certainly going to block. Teferi was a disgusting draw step there. And they block, and I just bounce Shredder. Such a good fucking draw step. Yeah, so maybe the right play last turn was just not to cast the Footfalls. I mean, I had the Solitude, which meant that at worst I could have just picked up YoRhinos and killed the Shredder this turn anyways, but obviously it makes it a lot easier when you draw Teferi. Still don't have double blue to cast Force, by the way. Okay, Shredder's fine. Probably have Heat. Yeah, Shredder Heat, okay. If I draw a land, I'll probably just hard cast Solitude. Put on as Great Taste on Islands. They do. These islands are based. Only I had a blue card. Only have 1 rhino left, which is enough. Tanking on this loot here. Discard Delta. Okay. Probably have a Murktide here. Oh, Murktide would be good. Hope the is just 2 counter spells, but... Bolt Teferi, huh? Okay, that's fine. No cards in hand. We can beat this. I think my play is main phase Outburst pass. Well, I should attack first. Yeah, I should attack first. They're not going to block. Then I play Outburst. But, like, I don't want to play the Solitude here because the only way I lose this game is if they draw Murktide. And if I cast Solitude and they draw Murktide, then I probably lose. So I'd rather do this. They get a loot, but they have no cards, so they just have to discard anyways. So this is Gucci. They go to 5, we play tap land, your turn, yada yada. I guess they could do, like, Iteration double heat or something? Do they even have 2 heats left? Yes, they do. Alright, game 2. So, Endurance Dispute, good cards. I generally don't like Force of Negation against them. Also not a big fan of Fury. This is how I usually sideboard against them. I think Teferi is good, Endurance obviously good. Borrower's good against Murktide. Binding Solitude, both good against Murktide. Yeah, this is good. This is how I like to sideboard. They always have it. I know, right? They never don't have the Expressive. Oh, but yeah, they drew it, right? See, Magic Online put the Expressive on top of their deck, assuming they were just going to their draw step, but it had not factored in the fact that I was going to trigger the Connive on my turn. So it, you know what I mean? It didn't put the Expressive the second from the top. That's a bug right there. That's what we call a Magic Online bug. One thing with this is this list is Terminal Monkey's a bit rough on the draw. Yeah, because you have to like Solitude or Binding it, because you don't have Dead Gut anymore. So Hellbent, Murktide, topping EI. Yeah. Every time. Once you get Hellbent and you're playing Murktide, the top card of your deck is always Expressive Iteration. That's how the rules work. Binding it. Right, that's what I'm saying. If you have Binding, you can't cast Binding on turn 1. Right? So yeah, this list is a little bit more susceptible to Ragavan, but this hand's good. I actually don't mind Footfalls just naturally suspended on against them. It's like a little bit better in this matchup. Yeah. Alright, I can much happier to see this than I am Ragavan. Do I kill it? There's no shot that I kill it, right? No. It's way better to wait for a Shredder or Murktide. This hand's really awkward. Wait, you know what I just realized? I think I messed up. I think I was supposed to go tap land on 1, shock, suspend on 2, because then I can hold up Dispute. Whereas now, if I play Foothills, in order to hold up Dispute, then I can't turn 3 Outburst. Okay, a little bit better now. So let's go Misty Pass, I think. Yeah, because if I want to cast Dispute, I can get Basic Island. Do I think Darcy was a net positive or negative card? It's fine. It's just like the combination of Darcy, Ragavan, and Heat. Just a lot for one set in terms of 1 mana red cards. It's a lot to be in the same set, you know? That's like maybe one complaint. Oh, I got the wrong land. Oops. And to get a blue land. Alright, we got Royal Blood, Mad Visions. You bury me. Still gonna cast the Outburst here. Definitely should have got a basic or the other Trio. So they're either going to cast Counterspell or pop Explosives. I kind of assume they're going to cast Counterspell here, but we'll see. Because it also triggers Shredder. Mom wants to know if you want a plate. A plate of what? Plate of D's nuts? I'm not solituding, right? No, there's no shot. Yeah, I fucked up. I just took too much damage. Grr. Madge. Alright, so I can't even cast Plea and hold up Dispute. God, this is so bad. You have 2 cards. Oh, there's no point in casting Plea this turn, though. Because if I cast Plea, they just go pop Explosives, crack for 6. So I'm just going to pick up Yorion and play Raugrin Triome and pass. Maybe could have suspended there, but I really want my 5th land untapped to play Yorion next turn, potentially. If they don't present Delirium, I'm not going to Solitude. If they do, I might. Let's see. Star request from Lanin. In the queue. Alright, I would like to cast Crashing Footfalls. Endurance would be a sicko draw. Okay, they have 2 cards. I don't really want to play a 5-drop into a counterspell. So this is tough. Maybe I just go like Forest Pass and then hope that I can resolve a Solitude. Yeah, I think my plan is going to be Forest Pass. They're going to pop the explosives end of turn, and while they're tapped out of Archmage's Charm specifically, I'm just going to cast a Solitude and hope it resolves. I could pitch Solitude, but I think I have to go high upside here, because if the Solitude resolves, I can go Yorion with Dispute up next turn, which is pretty good. Hope you beat them on 2 cards. The issue is that Explosives turns on Delirium. That's the big issue here. Because they're just going to EOT pop the Explosives, like 100%. And I kind of have to cast the Solitude. I know that I could pitch cast Solitude. Okay, so I guess the other line is pitch cast Solitude, like Solitude pitch Plea, Dispute when they counterspell, and then just play Yorion next turn. I don't think that line plays to win, though, right? Is it reasonable to play Cavern of Souls in this deck? No, the mana, especially with Leyline Binding, you don't want to do that. This is really tough. Okay, let's kind of hammer out the lines. Solitude pitch Plea, they counterspell, I Dispute. They have 1 card left, I kill a Channeler, I go to 4, then I play Yorion, which my Yorion's still kind of naked next turn. I don't have a Dispute to protect it. If they just have Heat, then I lose anyways. I think I'm supposed to hardcast here. Obviously, it's bad if... Obviously, it's terrible if they have a counterspell, but I don't know if they definitely have it. They could just be on air. Also, they could have Archmage's Charm, so like they paused for a little bit when they before popping the explosives. I think their card in hand is Archmage's Charm, like almost 100%, because they tanked for a while before popping the explosives. I'd be like very shocked if it wasn't Charm. Could also just be 2 bolts, but I guess if I go Yorion Dispute, they can pay for Dispute if they have Charm. I'm just going to attack first. Possible that I was supposed to pre-combat Teferi? Because, yeah, I should have pre-combated Teferi. Because I think what's going to happen is they're going to let this go, and then I'm going to play Teferi, they're going to Charm, I can't Dispute, and then I'm going to slam Ardent Plea. But we'll see. I guess maybe they're thinking if they want to Charm before damage. So let's go white, blue this, play Teferi. Could have played land first to play on Dispute, but... Okay, I guess they just have nothing, huh? Well, I guess this game gets easier if they simply have nothing, huh? Another EE? I'm not even that concerned with another EE. I'm just going to kill them with Omnath, Solitude, Yorion. That's fine if they have another explosives. Totally okay with that. I could just get double bolted. I don't really think they would keep in a lot of bolts, though. Bolt's not very good against me. I feel like there's probably a pretty good chance they have a second explosives. I would not be surprised. But again, I think I'm just kind of fine with that. Especially if I get to untap with Teferi, Solitude, Omnath, like, they're just not beating that. Heat the Solitude. Okay. So I guess their plan is to like have another Heat for the Orion. Alright, well, they're super dead. Red, green, blue, white. Draw a card. Yorion. I could blink Teferi, but I'd rather just not do that. Could have maybe, like, done that. But yeah, they're off it. Let's go. 4 and 2. 4 and 2. Did Dingo win? Dingo is in game 3. We gotta watch Dingo. Dingo, somebody told me. I fucking love that cover. It's so good. Alright, so 80 cards, by the way. This hand's not too bad. You get Raugrin Triome, Stomping Ground, Binding on 2, and then Boseiju. Zagoth Triumph. That might just be for Leyline Binding. I would assume that's just for Leyline Binding. Dingoes versus Canister. Nice. What's Canister playing? So it's kind of awkward if I Binding the Wrenn. If I Binding the Wrenn, then if I Binding Wrenn and they have Teferi, it's pretty bad for me. That being said, this is kind of awkward. Not broken, but it is good. Mr. Seri, thank you for the 13 months. Because the other line would just be wait until turn 4. So what I could do is I could go like land pass, turn 3 Teferi, turn 4 Binding and Shardless, if they had Teferi. I guess the other option is like, oh wait, no, because I can just bounce Leyline Binding with Teferi. Even if they have Teferi, right? Yeah, this is fine, I think. Yeah, so I can go play Binding, and then even if they have Teferi, it's not that bad, because I can just go Tef uptick, next turn, bounce Binding, land 4, Binding their Tef, play Shardless, which I think is good. Or all of this is a moot point, and they just don't have a Teferi anyways, so let's go, I think Stomping Ground. No, I want to play a land that would allow me to cast Teferi next turn, so we'll just get, like, Steam Vents? Probably fine. Steam Vents seems fine. Oh, he's not streaming right now? Canister not streaming on a Saturday, huh? I guess he figures he's going to do, like, a whole bunch for NBL tomorrow. Teamer something. Oh, we get a song request. Song request from El Tronco. See if I can find it on Spotify. Prismatic Ending. Alright, in the queue. I hope this is the right version. Double Prismatic Ending. Okay, that's fine. So, let's go... I don't know if minus or plus is better. Minus now is a lot better if they have a... Let's cast it and see if it resolves. Minus now is a lot better if they have another Prismatic Ending or a Fury. I think I should minus now. It's awkward because they just get to kill it with the Nice Fang Codal, but it's just so much. It's so bad if I wait and they have Fury. And they didn't have a counterspell. They didn't have a counterspell the turn before. Obviously, they could have found it, but another Shardless. Okay, let's go Plains Shardless. Play this. Probably have like a Solitude or something this turn. Try up to steal off his Furies, yeah. Answer lost to a Magus on a Belcher on one. Sheesh. Yeah. Okay. In case of emergency, we can break the glass. I don't really want to. I don't care about that. That's fine. Is it a bad matchup? I don't know. I've always felt like the Yorion version is maybe a little bit better, but it's always super close. Like, these games are always super close, so. Okay, that kind of helps. So, I think they're at 11. I think I want to go Boseiju, because I want to save the Windswept Heath in case I draw... I want to save the Heath in case I draw Omnath. I'm just going to attack with both and play 2 Cascade spells this turn. I'm just going to try and overwhelm them. So let's go Outbursts. This is literally all of the Rhinos in my deck. I don't think I'm supposed to play around main deck Verdict. I don't usually have main deck Verdict. How has Binding felt? Binding's been pretty good. I like Binding a lot. Love that card. Hard to do while chilling in Doom chat. Why do you make me have such hard decisions? Yeah. I feel like I would have played around main deck Verdict and lose 1 damage. Oh, what? Just not play the Violent Outburst? Yeah, maybe it's kind of greedy. Oh, you're saying just like not main phase the Outburst? Yeah, just play Shardless and pass, and if they have Verdict, I can end step Outburst. Maybe that's better. I could see that. This might be a little greedy. Fetch with the Abundant Land? Yeah, they usually want to do that to get like more card types. They revealed Omnath. This looks not bad. Cracked the Binding in your prize packs last night? Must be. Okay, that's fine. I can beat that. Still not nearly good enough. Want to hear a not so funny but funny story? What would that be? Okay. So they can kill a Rhino. So they could have Ephemerate. Okay, they're at 11. That should kill them, right? Yeah, that should kill them. Almost didn't have lethal that turn. Almost didn't have lethal that turn. What's the funny story? Or the not so funny story? Alright, how do I want to board against 4-color? I don't think any of these are good. What's my worst card? Probably Fury, right? Although I kind of want to keep all the extra threats. Maybe Borrower's bad. Yeah, Borrower's pretty bad, right? Like, it's not great against the Fairy. Bouncing Omnath bad. Bouncing Fury bad. Bouncing Solitude bad. Like, it does give me another quote-unquote threat, but it's not really a real threat. Yeah, I think Borrower sucks. I'm just going to swap Borrower for Dispute. Was in Anu's chat, and a lot of people... I read that as anus chat, but was in Anu's chat, and a lot of people talk about how low attendance at Columbus because of football, COVID pre-release. So doing bitch boys should commit a living. Oh, definitely not a really that funny of a story, but didn't see your Cyclist or Pioneer Challenge. Do you play any Braids? I play 3 Braids. Braids is sick. Love that card. I was like, was in anus chat. Like, what are we doing here? I missed the memo, apparently. Okay, I guess. Need to find, like, a blue or a white card. Issues bubble. I know, right? Oh, man. Okay, not bad. I don't want to fetch this game. Heath is probably my worst fetch. Actually, no, Tarn is worse. Unless I want to get Abzan Triome. I don't think I need to get Abzan Triome this game. I'm just going to go Jeskai Forest, I think. I think Jeskai Forest is good. I miss having Borrower's needy cards. Well, I'm playing Borrowers in my main deck. I just sideboarded them out for this matchup. This can get Forest. Obviously drew the Footfalls, worst possible, but, you know. It is what it is. It seems like they're almost certainly playing Binding if they have Zagoth Triome. Tap the white source, I think. It's not a horrible draw, but... Prairie Stream? That's a little sussy. So, I guess I can't... I mean, I can't really play on Falser Storm either way, but... let's go... Green... I think I want to get blue-white. And this gets Stomping Ground. Yeah, let's do it this way. Yeah, Prairie Stream is a little sus. I don't know about that one. I'm not sure. I'm not quite sure about the Prairie Stream. Yeah, it's a little ambitious. If they Omnath, I'll just fire off Dispute. And then I can suspend plus Outburst next turn. It's a very Time Raveler. I feel like there's a pretty good chance they have Flusterstorm. I kind of want to force this. Because if I force this, they can't Fluster, I can just pay. I think that play's kind of based. I don't know. It's like, if I Outburst, they Fluster. If I Hardcast Dispute, they Fluster. If I Hardcast Force, they Fluster. I think I'm just going to pitch. I'm like almost 90% sure they have Fluster. They could also have Dispute, in which case this blows them out, because now they can't dispute the Outburst, right? Like, this is just a massive beating if they have Dispute and not Fluster. But they could have Fluster. Promise you'll stay strong. Whoa! Invasive Surgery. It's a really good thing they don't have Delirium, huh? This is just gonna get Island, I think. No, I need to get a blue-red. I need to get a red source. I guess I want to get Stomping Ground. Then we'll go Suspend, plus pick up the bird. Yeah, that was a little unexpected. They also didn't fight over to Fairy, which I guess makes sense. They kind of expected me to have a Cascade spell. So it does kind of make sense for them not to fight over to Fairy, right? Because I pitched my Dispute. So it was like kind of obvious what I had at that point. Based. Based. They may have Counterspell, but... My brother in Christ! You have Surgical Extraction? Sure, I guess. Funny enough, I have one suspended, so, you know. You got it. Your turn. Did we get the double pair down? No, they're X and 2. They're X and 2. They really, really don't want to lose to Rhinos, huh? Really don't want to lose to Rhinos. You got me, I guess. I'll just beat you in 4 turns, then. No surgical commands. Surgical and prismatic... Ah! Prismatic ending the Shardless Agent. Alright, man. Oh, because they wanted to turn on Delirium? Sure. We can just kind of chill here. They play Omnath. I have Binding. Yeah, show me where the Rhinos hurt you. Point on the doll where the Rhinos hurt you. They did reveal Omnath. Shocker. Okay, now I guess I can just Solitude it. Probably a little bit better. Better use of my mana. Binding also hits more things. They are not casting the Omnath. Okay, I untap. I will simply untap. Your turn. I guess that means they have a counterspell and they want to try and wait for Omnath with counterspell backup? Aw. It's going to fetch the Triome out of my deck. I should have fetched with this one, but it's fine. Keeping a fetch around for Omnath purposes. Could have kept both fetches around, but... So there's, like, no shot they don't have a counterspell here, right? Proceed. Okay. Except they're red. I want them to play Omnath into my Solitude, though. That's the thing. I want them to cast it. It's kind of awkward, because, like, now... maybe I should just play the Solitude here? I don't know. It's really awkward, though. Maybe I'm supposed to play the Fury that turn, because Fury hits hard. Yeah, I'm just going to cast the Solitude here, I think. Because I do have a Binding for the Orion. I think this is fine. Or for the Omnath. I just want to get some pressure going. Yeah, they're on 5 color, not 4 color. Gotta check Canister's ranking in Modern. Yeah, in a second I will. Yeah, I guess I could just play... I could play Fury this turn. I think that's actually fine. I mean, I guess it's bad. It's bad if they have like a Verdict or something, but I want to get more pressure in play, and I do have Binding for... I have Binding for the Orion, or for the Omnath, so... Bindings are 10? Yeah, they're expensive. They also couldn't Solitude there, which is good. Alright, you want to see Canister's placements? Canister is 4 and 2, 31st. Solid dude. Main phase. Alright, that's fine. I accept. I will cast Leyline Binding. Ooh, that's a good draw. That is an exceptional draw step. Go to 9. Blue, white, this. I think I just uptick. Uptick pass. I could ice their red source there, which also lets me leave a Binding, but again, I kind of want them to cast the Omnath. Like, I want them to commit mana, you know? Especially when I have the Binding. Respect for Ephemerate. They didn't have white. They left up this. They had to tap both their white. Boseiju the Binding. They have 2 Boseijus? 2 Boseijus, huh? Well, that's unfortunate. Okay. Okay. That sucks. I already hate Leyline Binding. It's just going to make people play more Boseijus, too. I just love how their list is just, like, so fuck you to Rhinos, you know? It's so crazy. You know what I should have done? I messed up. I should have tapped this end of turn in case they had, like, Unholy Heat. They didn't have heat. I'm going to keep the fetch land for Omnath. Guess they have a second red now, so there's really no point in tapping a red source upkeep, so... they have 6 cards in their hand. This is getting rough. Could time them out, maybe. Sure. I do not really care about that card. Yeah, that's fine. So I guess their plan is to, what, counter my fire? I guess I can play around, like, a soft counter. And I wonder if I just, like, let them have the Magus. I think this is more of an issue. Maybe I can just play through the Magus. I think that's actually better. Yeah, I think that's better. Because this trades for the Orion. Now, if they trade for the Solitude, like, whatever, that's fine. They have another Codal. Ah! I mean, if I attack first, they don't play the Codal, right? Maybe they get greedy, play the Codal to try and trade with both of these, but... God, I hate 4-color! This deck is so fucking toxic! Scream woke up your dog, I'm sorry. Watsy, if you're listening to the stream, ban this fucking card! This card should not exist. I gotta restart Magic Online. I'm lagging so much right now. Yorion 2. I would take Omnath, okay? Omnath is a start. That card should not be legal. Like, 1,000,000% that card should not be legal. The old Prairie Stream Triome Magus deck? Yeah, that too. Can we talk about how my opponent has Prairie Stream, multiple Triomes, and a Magus of the Moon? Can we talk about that? What'd they do? They cast Traverse the Ulvenwald for Ice Fang Codal. Okay. What do you think the chances of us making top 8 for this challenge? 0. My breakers are too bad. Moto's still lagging a little bit. Took 14 days for Omnath to be banned standard. And it's taken way too long for it to be banned in modern. What's Abundant Growth doing? I don't know. It always fucks up when I restart. Magic Online is just, like, shitting the bed today. I don't know what it is. Alright, you can go. Just trying to time that out at this point. Ooh, and they have the bug where they have to tap their mana first. So that's going to eat even more of their clock. What time is the Pioneer Challenge? 20 minutes. Sure, thanks for the planes, I guess. Playing Rakdos-Sack at Pioneer with braids. Rakdos-Sack with braids. Yeah. Rakdos-Sack braids. Good draw, I guess. Unfortunately, can't really ever try to cast this Solitude, but... we'll play defense. You're gonna play Rakdos with Braids. Dude, Braids is so good. I've been super impressed with that card. I didn't think it was gonna be as good as it was when I played it, but damn, it was really impressive, for sure. Maybe they should have been running both Ashly and Abundant Growth. I mean, they didn't need to play both, so... Oh, wait. Oh, shit. I could have killed their Omnath in response to the fetch, but... What happens? I was F6'd. Oh, they have Teferi in play. What am I saying? Never mind. They have Teferi in play. XD. I've also liked Weatherlight a decent amount. Yeah, I think you only want to play one copy, but I think the first copy of Weatherlight's pretty good. I would never want to play a second copy, but the first has been pretty good. The new one's really spicy. I think it could be legit. Yeah, it's felt pretty good in the Sacrifice deck. Like, the cool thing about it in the Sacrifice deck is you get to, like, play all of these other game pieces, like blood tokens and food tokens and all this stuff, and a lot of people don't necessarily have they don't necessarily have, like, stuff to sacrifice to that, you know? Like, they won't necessarily have a bunch of artifacts lying around, and just, like, the card advantage it provides is really good, and all that stuff, so I've been really happy with it. I think I can survive. Kill the Yorion. Just eat a little bit more of their clock. Leyline Binding. Cool. It's crazy how timing out your 4-color opponent is a very real tactic. They're the one who chose to play this deck. And, you know, their deck is toxic enough where I could care less if they time out. That's on them, not on me. I could cut Force of Negation, but it's still pretty important against the Fairy, so I think this is fine. Whoa, Ari, whoa. Huh? If you tried running Twin Shot Sniper, it might be worth it here. Edmund, give the attack, drop 2, random spot with creatures. Twin Shot Sniper, huh? Just as, like, a removal spell that you can play around Teferi. It's not a terrible idea. Just like, what are you cutting for it? I guess maybe it's better than Borrower. Oh, they have Surgical. Right, I forgot that they're a crazy person and plays Surgical, and yeah. We were out of Rhinos? Yeah, we didn't have any Rhinos. Because they had Surgical Extraction. This hand's based. Endurance, turn off Delirium, and Surgical seems decent, maybe. Daniel, Deck Tech, what you got for me? Yeah, after the game. We might have to, hopefully... yeah, let's fetch. We'll have to see if we can do it before the Pioneer Challenge, too. So, what lands am I getting? I don't need all 5 colors, right? I think I can just go, like, Raugrin... Because I want to have double blue. So Raugrin Breeding Pool, I think, is good. Yeah, Raugrin Breeding Pool is good. No way they win in 7 minutes? Maybe. I almost want to lead with Teferi. Given how many, like, Surgicals and other shit they have, I kind of want to lead with Teferi. Also, Teferi is gross if they hold... Because they showed us the invasive surgery last game. So, like, if I play Teferi and they have surgery, it's just such a beating. And then I can go uptick, force their Prismatic Ending, and slam Plea. Maybe I just let them resolve Prismatic Ending, but we'll see. Obviously, if they play Teft, then I'll force that, but... I think I let this go? I don't have green mana, though. Could just counter it. Counter it, play Plea. I'll let it go. Force it. I feel like there's so many better cards I could force. I feel like it's bait. I'm pretty sure it's bait. Alright, I'm gonna draw a card. Oh, you know what I should have done? I should have played Plea and then bounced my Plea. That would have been way better. Yeah, that would have been way better. Like, what's the worst case scenario? Omnath? Like, I don't really care that much. Leyline Binding. They have Sokens on. Leyline Binding for 3 mana XD. So that's going to kill a Rhino. I think I let that go. 19. I could just force that, hold up Hardcast Force next turn. It's probably fine to force this. I guess that's worse if they have, like, Thing plus Ephemerate. I'm definitely not forcing a Prismatic Ending. That's not happening. Alright. It's very... I think this is okay. And I could bounce the Plea. To then... I should have attacked first, obviously. I just missed a point of damage, but... Bounce Plea, hold up Binding, hold up Force. Watch the new Lord of the Rings series on Amazon. I haven't yet, though. I haven't yet, no. So we can go Force, pitch, third Teferi, I think. Yeah, this is fine. Hope we don't lose to not bouncing her Plea. How would we necessarily lose to not bouncing her Plea? Like, we still have another one regardless. I could have played Omnath there and tried to get greedy, but I think it's just fine to play the Plea here. Because I still have Binding for their Omnath. I guess they could play Fury here, maybe kill a Rhino. Just having a faster draw. True, yeah, true. Yeah, that's fine. So I can Binding their Binding, right? That's how this works. That's how this works. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Sure. They're at 14. Tap red for that. Red, blue, green, white. Alright, your move, Yugi boy. Really hard to see us losing here. I mean, I kind of agree, but, you know, it is 4 colors, so... Well, I guess 5 color. They typed in chat. Hope they reveal their hand. I have 3 invasive surgeries in hand. GG's. Maybe you shouldn't play so many invasive surgeries, huh? Alright, 5 and 2, not too bad.